And here it is, the final finished product for 2021. I'll be turning these rough ash boards into this awesome outdoor cooler stand with a little twist along the way. This project is actually a wedding gift from my brother-in-law who's getting married on New Year's Eve. He had asked for this earlier in the year, and I had said that I would get to it eventually, and eventually means last minute. I get a lot in trouble for waiting to the last minute to do a lot of things, and it's not that I wait to the last minute, it's that there's so many things to do that I just keep working through my list and thing after thing after thing after thing, and when I get to it, I get to it, and I got to it right before we had to leave. So here I am, breaking down this rough lumber. It's the same process. I've done it 100 times with, countless other projects in the other videos I've posted and videos I haven't posted. So it's nothing new, nothing exciting. I've never really worked with ash before. It definitely very easy to work with. Machines, cuts, it's very nice. It has a very neutral odor, but definitely there's an odor that I know that this is ash and not any oak or maple. I'm a big fan of using domestic hardwoods. They're a little bit easier to get. You don't have to worry as much about any of the toxicity and the dust. Ash is increasingly harder to get because of the emerald ash borer. This wood has been drying, has been sitting. It came from a barn, from an estate, probably close to 30 years. So this is older lumber that has been sitting, has been drying. So I figured, hey, it's worth a shot. So because ash isn't as naturally resistant as white oak or cedar, I'm going to be building this stand, and I'm going to have to add a little twist to ensure that it will be able to withstand the seasonal differences, the changes in season, the weather in Indiana. So there are significant temperature swings. It does get cold, it does rain, it does snow, it gets hot. So to always build everything the best that I can and do everything I can to ensure that this will last as long as I can possibly make it. One of the most popular finishes, or a very popular finish that has come increasingly popular the past few years, is a traditional Japanese style. I believe many people know it as Shou Sugi Ban, Shou Sugi Ban. And you see a lot of people go, oh, I did Shou Sugi Ban. I took a torch and I burned just a little bit of this wood and it looks so cool, and that's not really what it is. Shou Sugi Ban is actually a mispronunciation of Yakisugi, and Yakisugi is a traditional Japanese finish of burning the exterior layer of cedar. And what that does is it makes it increasingly weather resistant, water resistant, bug resistant, rot resistant, you name it, it just makes it more durable. But the key to it is you can't just lightly burn it, is that you need to burn it. You need to char it, you need to have it almost burst into flames in order to get a deep enough layer to add that level of protection. But because of the way that this Japanese phrase is translated in the root words Yakisugi or Shou Sugi Ban, you can see that both of those phrases, both of those terms have the word sugi in it, and sugi is Japanese cedar. So the translation is literally burnt cedar boards. And and people apply this term universally to burning any wood, but realistically and officially, it only applies to burnt Japanese cedar. So doing this finish on this project, I would love to call it Shou Sugi Ban or Yakisugi or whatever, but really it's just burned wood. It's neither one of those because there is no sugi in this project. It's just burnt ash. One of the biggest difficulties I've found as I guess you can call it a maker, builder maker, is finding the balance between working on personal projects, working on client projects, and working on projects for other people. They say that the cobbler's kids have no shoes. It's not something I really understood until this year, really, when we moved into a new house and there was a lot of work that needed to be done, and I did a lot of things, and a lot of things are left undone because I also had to be working on projects for other people. And I had to be working on projects for other people, and then there are other projects for other special occasions. And it's a lot. In many ways, it's extremely overwhelming with the amount of work that I feel that I have to accomplish each and every day, that both does and does not directly make me money. Not to make anyone feel bad for asking for anything, because I love doing this. I love making things. I love the process. I love giving things to other people. So there's nothing wrong with asking for projects, doing projects for people. I love it. But this coming year, it's something I'm going to have to be very intentional about, is when I work, how I work, and what work I do. It's very easy to find myself working, on and off throughout the entire day. There's no set time of I work from now to now. It's like I work a little bit now, I work a little bit later, I work a little bit later after that. So it's you never get to shut off. You never get to turn off and relax. So that is, one of my major resolutions is to, hey, I work this time and I don't work this time. And this time is set aside to relax, set aside to take care of myself, set aside to be with my family. Because everything is so intermixed and intertwined, I don't have any boundaries. And that has also helped make 2021, which has been a difficult year for many people, has just added to the layer of difficulty and overwhelmingness, enormity of the whole year. So I've been building this whole project, burning, and as I was finishing up the final burning of the final pieces of the project, we got a snowstorm after Christmas. So we didn't get a white Christmas, we got a white 2 days after Christmas. And so the cold and and I ran out of propane, so we left for our trip, and here I am at the place we were staying, finishing up the project. Had to buy some more, went to my favorite Midwest store, Menards. I really wish we had a Menards back east, but finished burning it and apply the final layers of teak oil. It's the teak oil plus the burn finish that I believe really adds the weather resistance. The teak oil, burning the wood makes the wood very thirsty and dry it out. So I put on as many layers of teak oil as the wood would soak up. And there we are, very nice final finish. Very happy with the way this project turned out. I think it looks very sharp. I learned a lot, a whole new finish that I need to keep working on and mastering. And to Matt and Shai, have a wonderful wedding day and a wonderful life ahead of you guys. Thank you for allowing us to come out and be a part of the special day and close out the year on a very high note. So thank you, enjoy. And to everyone else who has joined us this year on this crazy journey, thank you. Thank you for putting up with me. Thank you for the work you have provided me to be able to provide for my family. This coming year, I have a lot of big plans. Hopefully we won't get as many curveballs as we did this past year. And I believe that as I keep learning, everything keeps getting better and better. So if I did not get to your project this past year, rest assured that the longer you wait for a project, I guarantee the better it will be, because the more I will have learned. So again, thank you so much. If what you just watched brought any value to you, please subscribe to the channel. Show that this is worth pursuing. To continue making more videos of what I am building. Happy New Year. Peace out.